Good morning. Choose to share with you my 9/11 story of family, of loss, and faith. On 9/11, my son Yasin was scheduled to have surgery in Lower Manhattan. One of his brothers, Kamal, had taken the day off from work from the World Trade Center to help him. Their other brother, Jamal, died when the plane hit the second tower. He had worked on the top floor. His last words via cell phone to my son, his brother, were, "I gotta go help some people out of this building." Jamal was a very active and kind and giving and athletic young man. It's hard for me to comprehend the death of my departed nephew. I went to New York City to help my family cope and grieve after that loss. In the immediate aftermath, they were praying that maybe Jamal would be found alive, but he was not. So it happens that Jamal's mother was also in New York City at the time, receiving treatment from cancer from her native Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. She has since also passed. She could not speak English, and her children were trying to keep the terrible news from her. But as it became more evident, they needed to tell her of the death of her son. The time with my Ethiopian Islamic family showed me the importance of the love of God and the peace and the joy and the hope that I have in following Jesus is all about. It transcends anything African, American, or man-made. My Ethiopian family's strong faith in God helped them cope. My strong faith in the same God and in his son Jesus helped me cope. And hear this. We did not debate theology. We didn't question our faith. We simply did as God wanted. We embraced, we prayed, we cried, and we even laughed a little. Jamal's siblings, my son, my daughter, among them, asked me to feed their mom because in their culture, when you're grieving, you fast. Fasting was not good for her because of her compromised system, because of the chemo she was taking. But they know she would eat for me. She would respect me as a quote-unquote outsider. So I was feeding her oatmeal, and we're sitting on the floor in an upstairs bedroom, as is their custom. And she kept repeating to me, "Amasaganalu, Amasaganalu." I know a little bit of their native tongue of Amharic that they speak in Ethiopia. And Amasaganalu means thank you. And I said to my children, her children, "Why is your mom thanking me at this time?" They said, "She's thanking you for being here. Being here for us, for your son Yasin, for Layla, for the family, She's not thanking you for the oatmeal. She's thanking you for your presence. Being there for one another, loving and caring and crying and laughing is what Jesus calls me to do. It's what it means to fulfill the great commandment to love God and to love neighbor, all my neighbors, with my heart and soul and mind. I firmly thank my God and my Savior for helping me realize that my neighbor may speak a different language, even be of a different religion or no religion, and that God's love for the world can still strengthen me to share in the power of God's love for all. His peace I leave with you, says Jesus, my peace. Jesus says he gives to us, that he does not give as the world gives. Therefore, do not let our hearts be troubled and not to let them be afraid. On 9/11, my son worked in Manhattan, thus he was there for surgery, as an investment banker. He has since returned to Ethiopia and gotten married, and I have 3 lovely granddaughters. Yassine is a graduate of Mayfield High School in upstate New York and Hartwick College in Oneonta, New York. If you're seeing this on via Facebook or church email, you can see a picture of Yassine and Jamal at Yassine's graduation from Mayfield High School in the early 90s. Also see Jamal's American parents, Judge Vincent DeSantis and his former spouse Anne of Gloversville, New York. Jimi Hendrix said, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. May we strive for peace as our higher power God wishes for all humanity. Thanks for listening, my friends.